Welcome to the Entertainment Rants Podcast, your number one source for all things entertainment. Join host Marco Mazzola and his fellow ranters as they sound off on the latest movies, TV, and the world of entertainment. Now, here are your ranters for the hour, Marco, Mila, Larry, and Bruno.
Almost.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Entertainment Rants Podcast. I am, as always, your host, Marco Mazzola. Let's go around the room and say hello to our fellow ranters. Hello, Larry.
Hey, hey.
And hello, Mila.
Heyo.
And playing the part of Bruno tonight, we have Quinn. There it is. That's the intro to the show.
That's the intro. There it is.
The intro of the movie.
He really is there.
Show. That was about 10 minutes and 58 seconds less than we got in the fucking movie. All right. So tonight we are working on Mila's pick for our May new director's first fuck off movie. You can tell this is going to be one house. So just to give you a little hint, it's 9 o'clock on a Friday night when we're recording this. We've all had classes and taught all day and worked all day, and now we're forced to talk about this movie. And we can all
can't wait.
Mila's excited for this one, and we're all excited to rip the shit out of Mila for this one. All right, let's go. And Mila, why don't you, since this is your movie, you have the honor of introducing the movie, talking about it, and giving us the explanation of the movie. What are we talking about?
Wait. Did you say the explanation?
I'm sorry. Are you asking me to summarize this movie?
I'm fucking telling you, you need to summarize this bitch.
I like the movie, but...
No. I don't give a shit if you read the IMDb one. I don't care. At least somebody got some kind of a grasp on how to talk about this movie.
I don't even know if the IMDb description would do it justice. Let's try that.
Let's try that.
IMDb. Let's see. What's it called?
It's called IMDb.
Eraserhead.
I'm
sorry, what is it?
So we're talking about Eraserhead.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about Eraserhead, actually.
From 1977.
I got 77 or 78?
70. Well, the IMDb has a 77. This is written and directed by David Lynch.
No, this was David Lynch's first like full movie, right? Because on his IMDb, it's he has a whole bunch of shorts.
Yeah.
Yes, this is his first movie.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that.
You can tell.
You can tell, yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's a bunch of shorts, different things, but this is the first directorial.
I love the little blurb that they've got because that's pretty much all you can say
then just give it to us, man. It's your fucking movie.
So the small description IMDb has is Henry Spencer tries to survive his industrial environment, his angry girlfriend, and the unbearable screams of his newly born mutant child. And I'm like,
is it a mutant or an alien?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
I'd say probably an alien of some sort.
The host.
Yeah.
But like...
Yes, I don't really know.
But it just doesn't do it justice at all.
That's the IMDb description. What's the Mila description for this movie?
So I would say the description for this movie is it's a dark horror type of surrealist type of film that really stretches what a movie is considered. And it doesn't have too much of a plot. It's more like, the thing is, I feel like the purpose of it is mostly feeling like it's a dream. Like it's something you would see in your brain and then wake up in a cold sweat and go like, what just happened? And then forget about it.
Yeah, I think we're definitely playing fast and loose with the word movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
It's moving pictures with sound.
It is the definition of a movie. So there's that.
I must have been watching a different one.
So
something else by accident.
Well, let's start this off the way we normally do. So Mila, when was the first time you watched this movie?
Oh, I watched it a couple years ago.
And what made
you
watch this movie?
So the thing is, the
Who's
reason...
the host around here, Larry.
Sorry.
One of...
Well, listen, I want to shit on her for this whole thing, so I'm trying to be nice right now.
I want to get into backstory on why I would have watched this movie. The reason I'm the one that hasn't watched these types of movies that you guys watch, like those 80s comedies type deal, is mostly because what I used to find interest in movies was movies that were very like artsy and a little bizarre, and you look at it and you go, oh, like 2001's A Space Odyssey type deal, you know, like, oh, that's weird. And I also watched one of his David Lynch's shows that he made, Twin Peaks, and it's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Sure.
And I can see that it was definitely directed by the same person. Has anyone else here seen this movie? No, my bad. Twin Peaks.
Yes.
Yep.
I never did.
Yeah.
Which I heard a lot of actually really good things about.
Oh my God, no! It's an amazing show. It's awesome.
It's a highly acclaimed show. I mean, it was very popular. Very popular.
Oh, it's awesome. And for those who have seen that, you can. It's kind of like that. But if you just took the weird dream sequences and made it the whole movie, and in black and white, and with industrial noises happening all over the time.
Some dialogue.
No, I watched a bunch of those types of movies, so I ran across Eraserhead, and it was just something I was gonna watch because I was like, oh, weird, David Lynch, I know him. Let's watch that one because I've heard of it.
Over Eraserhead, but that's fine.
And I don't know. And I get why others don't like this movie.
Yeah,
I can't blame.
You were talking about this before we started the show, so talk about that.
Yeah, and the thing is, the reason why I won't get too defensive is because I blame not a single soul for not liking this movie because it's a hard to love movie. It's just
like movie. I think.
And the thing is, it's just in my wheelhouse, and it's not common that one is in that wheelhouse to enjoy such a film as this one. So when everyone's like, that was boring and bad, I'm like, fair, that's reasonable. I mean, I didn't even make sense of like most of it either. But I just enjoyed what was presented to me. I enjoyed the like weird, horrified feelings I got when I was like, what? Is that the child? The child's sick. Oh no. What? Just stuff like that. And
just so you know, I'm off a chicken now.
I don't think I will ever eat chicken again.
Oh my God, yeah. No, it's so funny. I was like, I saw the text and I was like,
I'd go vegan, but then I'd have to kick my own ass. So I'm not gonna go that far. But
oh my God.
Quinn, let's go over to you. What did you feel about this movie? You keep checking your watch. Do you have a date or something? Are you?
I don't know.
I understand the time. Doing? Are you gonna explain?
Is he good? You good?
Why is there a countdown? Is there a bomb or something I should know about? Then
you can tell us.
Is it the dialogue thing that he's sitting on a dialogue thing?
He's not gonna talk for 11 minutes. We should have told him it was 45.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been great. All right, Larry, since
Quinn's on timeout for another 2.5.
He's got a revolt happening over here. I'm so glad we brought him onto the show.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Makes for great.
He's got so much to share. He's got so many thoughts.
Audio podcasting.
So I will say this though, right?
I'm gonna smack him with the iPad.
Please. You know what, Mila? It's not gonna change my mind about how I feel about this movie, but I like the way that you described and said what you like. Like that was kind of deep. I'm like, all right. Like, if I didn't know any better, if I didn't watch this movie and I just heard about it, the way that you just came off with it, that would make me go, I want to go watch this now.
Yeah. But if you go in,
but I did see that before that, and I want to fucking kill you.
So I'm gonna be full disclosure. I haven't watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
I watched about 48 minutes of it, and then like last night we were discussing like you didn't think you could do the podcast tonight, so I was like, fuck it, turned it off. We decided we're gonna do like next week's show tonight. Yeah, that didn't happen. You're like, oh no, I can do it. I was like, oh, I should turn it back. Nope, not gonna happen.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Rolled over, put some cheers on, and went right to bed.
So it's funny that you said you went. It was like 48 minutes for you, because for me it was like 49 minutes. It's just because it was late. It was like 10:30 at night. I get up at 5 a.m. So I was like,
But you went and put the rest back on, right?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
So I can't wait to hear what happened.
Good question.
You don't know, do you? And you've seen it.
Well, it was fucking weird.
Yes.
Super weird. Like, it gets so much weirder at the end.
It's like the last 5 minutes were like, what the fuck is happening? What is this?
So, okay, I've literally just said it like 5 times. Look, there is no movie that I've ever watched, and trust me, I've seen some shit. There's no movie that I have ever watched that has made me say, what the fuck, more times than this movie. And I'm not trying to say like I said those 3 words like the course. No. Like first 5 minutes, I think I said it like 15 times.
Right.
Because I 2 minutes in, I'm already like, what the fuck did Mila get us into?
Yeah.
This is too much, and I'm not exaggerating that
dude
time.
in the window and the fucking alien sperm thing coming out
of his mouth. Like, just the intro, I'm like, what the is that a meatball? What is that?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep it real. I have no idea what that beginning was for.
So to talk
I don't know
about
what was
that
up with that.
to talk about that for a second, because I did some research on it too, and read a lot of the reviews of this movie. You know, obviously with these kind of surrealist movies, it's all about the symbolism and the things that go. You know, the audio, and we'll talk about that, plays a huge portion of what happens. Like, you know, all the industrial sounds and why some sounds are very low, and all of a sudden some sounds are like really fucking loud.
Right, the soundscape was
super
super important in this movie.
Right.
It built all the atmosphere.
One of the complaints people have is like a lot of his movies are super, you know, symbolized, but this doesn't have as much. Like, it's supposed to be there, but people are like, nah, it doesn't really make any fucking sense. Like, there really isn't a whole lot to grasp onto and see in terms of where the symbolism is. Like, it doesn't there's just nothing. It's almost just like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. So unfortunately, this, like, out of all the movies that he's done, this one's like the least favorite, if you will, because it just doesn't have as much to grasp onto. That's just what I've read. The AC.
It's just the skies opening up.
No, I heard the sound. I'm like, what is that sound? Are we in the Eraserhead right now?
I was going to say, it's the alien invasion of the little worm dude with the head.
Like Beetlejuice, we've said Eraserhead too many times. Quinn, are you free to talk yet?
Yes.
Oh, there he is.
All right, good. Now have a warm glass of shut the hell up. Quinn, go ahead. What just happened? Hold on. I'm like dead in the water.
You good?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was the headphones. Somebody didn't plug the headphones in well enough. Go ahead.
The kid didn't have any skin.
Well, it had more than no skin. It just wasn't even human. That thing wasn't human.
No, it's not human. It's not supposed to be human.
It was, I think, an Eraserhead child or something like that.
No, we figured out what the Eraserhead was.
Well, yeah.
Him.
No, but like it popped out of his body as well later. Remember? When his head popped off?
Yeah.
And the little worm dude came out of his head?
Popped off?
Oh, yeah, you fell
missed
asleep.
that?
Yeah, his head pops off.
No,
It goes flying out the window.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah, Henry's head.
Oh, so you missed...
Oh, my God.
You missed the Eraserhead part. You missed the one plot important
movie. You have
movie.
to tell me because there's not a fuck chance I'm going back to watch it.
All right. So basically...
He goes into the radiator.
He goes into the radiator.
Yeah. With the lady. We have a singing number. We have a musical part.
There's a musical number.
Oh, you missed that?
Takes them
that's what I'm saying. He missed all of it.
Talk in the beginning, and then they come out with a musical number.
Yeah.
So wait, you never saw the radiator lady because you fell asleep. Oh, that was
So he missed that whole bit. Yeah.
No,
wow.
I ended at the part where he figures out the mutant child is sick, and you see all the boils on it.
Okay.
Wow. Crying,
yeah.
And the wife, whatever she ditches.
Oh, yeah, she ditches.
I can't sleep. I'm going to my mother's.
Yeah.
I'm going back to my parents. And she leaves.
And he's just like...
Bitch,
What?
this is your mutant too.
Right? I'm like, wait a
here.
minute.
Yeah.
At least some child support.
So here's the messed up part. So hold on. So real life, right?
Go back to your psychotic
So
mother and your father who just stares at me like a lunatic.
With a weird
Smiles.
face.
Smiles.
You would too if you did that.
And then grandma's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Just smoking a cigarette. Hardly. I think she was dead the second half.
Yeah.
I don't
they put
know.
the salad and
In the
the
corner.
lady. So all right. So hold on. You fell asleep at the boils, right?
Yeah.
Was there anything in between? I can't remember. Was there anything in between the like radiator head moment and the boils? There probably was, but I don't know.
Oh, what the fucking thing died? Okay,
remember.
I found out where I am when I was like, what the fuck? He's sick.
Yeah, no, I had a note too that said like
The baby.
The baby, yeah.
So
the
that's
baby?
So that's literally at 49 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I have that in parentheses.
That's
49
about-
minutes
that's-
in.
that's
That's where I
what I
fell
was.
asleep.
you timestamped them. That's a really good idea.
Well, I timestamped
Sort of.
that just because,
Yeah.
I passed out and I wanted to watch the rest of it. So I was like, all right, I have to
okay.
remember just in
Yeah,
case
that's
it
where
tried
I
to
booted.
start from the beginning when I rewatched. I
Right.
went to fast forward.
Yep.
That's when I put my head through the TV.
Yeah, I almost did.
Yeah. You're
Oh
like,
my god! So yeah, so you missed the whole radiator thing.
Yes.
Him going into it.
Yeah. So do you want to describe what happened, or
By
do you want
going
me to?
into it, what do you mean by going into it?
Like kind of like a dreamscape, kind of dreamed into
Like
it.
floats into it?
No,
No.
like more like his mind kind of wanders. And he's staring
So-
at the radiator, and then he's there.
Yeah. So you know how like sometimes he's like late night, just kept staring
an
at it.
out-of-the-body experience type of thing.
So all of a sudden he's staring at the radiator, and then the camera like zooms into the radiator, and you're like, yeah, all right. But then it's like
close up.
It goes in. Like now you're in the radiator, and then it looks like one of those like those
like a stage,
like a stage with the lights, and there was this
curtains and
the lady, and she had fucked up face, like
big cheeks or something.
big cheeks.
I saw that, but I think I woke. Yeah, I did see that for a second.
Okay.
Do you see that? She showed up twice. Oh yeah, she was singing. Yeah, that bit.
That's the musical bit.
Okay, I didn't stay for that.
Okay. Singing. Yeah. And then she was stepping on like the little worm things.
No, that was the first time around.
That was the first time.
Yeah, the second time around, she's just kind of like singing and staying still.
Does that thing live in the fucking radiator?
I think what's happening is we were texting at that point about doing whether we're doing that. I kind of looked back at the TV.
So you were like zoning.
I was zoning in and out, and I was kind of like, yep, nope.
And you paused it right before his head pops off.
I saw her, and I was like, nope, I'm good.
Did you see when he showed up and is just staring at her?
No, I just saw her and her fucked up face.
So after
he goes into the radiator, the singing number after the sex bed.
Yeah, because I'm looking at her and
the
I'm
bed
like...
sex pool.
The sex pool in the bed.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I'm looking at her and I'm like, yeah, that's the stuff of nightmares, so I'm not going to... And I'm about to go to sleep, so let's just turn that off because I would rather not have to wake up screaming and crying tonight.
Yeah, because...
At 47, I really don't need that in my life because,
Yeah, because that's when you see
you
her.
Already had the chicken
scene. She's stepping on the worm things.
Yeah,
that happens at that first part.
No, it was the first part.
Yeah,
she's stepping on him, and she's just dancing,
she's
sort of sidestepping.
Squish. All right.
I was going to talk about the lever dude.
This is really wish I went.
We can talk about the lever dude too.
The
lever dude's beyond me. I have no idea what the lever dude was all about. He was in the meteor at the end.
He was in the beginning.
And in the beginning.
He's the one who jumps this motherfucker off. He pulls the levers, right?
He's controlling him with the levers.
So
controlling who with the levers? What with the levers?
The main character.
Him?
Yeah.
He's controlling the main character.
Is that what you got out of that?
Inside his head?
He's in the moon.
He's on the moon.
He's on the moon.
Or is he in like an asteroid or something?
He's on the moon.
That was a little small.
Is that the asteroid that looks like a big meatball?
Yeah, the big meatball asteroid.
That's what I thought. I thought it was a meatball.
I thought it was like a space rock of some sort
with hair on it.
No, I thought there was just like the craters. I don't think it was hair. I thought it was just a lot of craters.
Looked like an overcooked meatball.
Geez, by all means, let's go back and watch it.
Can we?
No.
Oh boy. But yeah, after she's singing.
Look, there's a lot of things prior to that. Again, with this movie though, there's so many things going on, and you know, like you were saying, Marco, there's a lot of the symbolism and stuff like that. Like I don't understand any of it. Like he got that package in the mail. And it was that little box, and he undoes the box.
With the little worm thing inside?
It looked like a mealworm.
Yeah.
I thought he was supposed to feed that to the
I was
fucking
afraid
baby.
he was going to eat it. I was like, do not eat it.
Well, maybe he wasn't.
He got pretty close.
Do not do that.
Right? No, I was like, do not, don't you dare.
Like when I saw it, I was like, is he going to eat it? Or is that somebody giving it to him so he could feed the baby? But then he puts it in the fucking little cabinet. And that's it.
Never let them know your next move.
Apparently.
That's what this movie was. Don't let them know what's going to come next.
What's coming next?
Exactly.
No one knew what was coming next. So
I don't even know what happened to the worm. It did a little claymation dance and then disappeared for the rest of the movie. And I was like, all right, awesome. Good. Glad that happened. Don't need to worry about that anymore. One less character to worry about.
Red herring, maybe?
This whole fucking movie was filled with red herrings, apparently.
I don't even know if it was red herrings. I think it was just the way that it is. I think it's just, we should have the chicken diarrhea-ing itself on this plate right now.
Was it diarrhea? Was it bleeding? Was it?
I think it was bleeding. I thought it was just a ooze of some sort.
And then, the mother was
she was like seizing up,
or she was like,
yeah, she was like seizing up.
And then
she runs away.
She was good to go. She was like, all right, I'm out. Goes into the fucking kitchen.
It's funny. They do weird stuff, and then people act normally about it. Like she seizes up, or like the daughter was seizing up on the couch a little bit, and what was she doing?
Then she brushed her hair.
Yeah.
She brushed her hair until she stopped stroking out, and you're like, all right, awesome.
That's
moving on. Gotcha. Solid.
So we have ready.
Yes.
First line of dialogue at 11 minutes. Next lines of dialogue happen at
It was
18 minutes.
Yeah,
So
the
there's
first
7
line was
minutes.
like the woman or something going like, "Are you Henry?"
That was it.
Yeah.
And he's like-
because you got
That was
Yeah.
the first one. And then
got
the
a
next
phone call.
one was when he's in the house. When he goes to the house to go see Mary.
Oh right, yeah,
That was the next time they have dialogue. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
yeah.
And then the mother, like, traps him upside. She's like, we need to talk. Goes upstairs. She's like, did you have sex with my daughter? And he's like, I don't think that's any of
And
your
then,
business.
and I was
And
like,
then she starts, like, trying to make out with him. I was
right?
like, what the fuck
I
is
was
going
like,
on
I was
here?
like, oh, this is a semi-normal conversation, and then all of a sudden it's like, there it is. There's the turn.
Yeah.
Found it.
There's the movie I signed up for.
Although something I gotta say, a little bit sidetracking. I really liked something I liked about the beginning a lot was I loved the use of the camera movements. Like I loved that it was always like centered in a way that it felt so isolating. Like he was just like alone. Like and you're like, is there anyone else on this planet? You know, it started to get you this weird like it.
Yes,
it
the
caused
whole
that
walk
weird
to his
vibe to
apartment,
happen.
His whole entire walk to his
Yeah,
apartment.
and you're like, this is such a
nobody else around
Right.
the whole time until you see the dingleberry in the doorway.
Right, and even though you're hearing like all these industrious sounds, there's still like no one around, and it's just him centered the whole time, doing like whatever he's doing with his hair all sticky uppy like
Yep.
that, and he's just walking awkwardly, and you're like, what is going on? Like it's just so, the vibe was so weird. I love it. I love weird. It was so weird.
Back
And then
to-
it got weirder, and I was like,
Yeah, that was just
Back to the first line of dialogue. For the first like 11 minutes, I thought like it was a silent movie with a soundtrack.
Yeah. No, I am 100%
Yeah, that's
with
fair.
you.
I was very, very fearful it was too.
You're like, don't you dare. No, what would be worse is if someone started like mouthing words and then the black screen shows up with
No.
text on it. Then you'd be like, oh my god, it is a silent movie.
So,
I mean, no, I think that would have been better.
Nosferatu
Silent,
moves.
like nobody even tried to talk the whole movie.
That would have been, that probably would have been
just
worse
everything
too,
just
yeah.
happens with nobody even trying to talk to each other.
Yeah.
That would have been really fucking weird. Because, as much as I fell asleep because I did turn it off, I would have just fallen asleep to it at that point. Like, it would have just watched me sleep.
Yeah.
If that was the case.
it's funny that when she was having the seizure on the couch, she was getting her hair brushed.
Yeah.
I have this on my nose, right? I go, she has a seizure of sorts, so the mother brushed out her hair and like straightens her.
And she was all better.
My next line is, what the fuck, Mila? Another 1 hour and 8 minutes of this? I literally have that on my notes. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill Mila.
Those are your notes.
So Quinn, yes, we talked about this yesterday, and your mother or your dad said had a very normal, like a very true to statement when he said it's about an hour and a half,
Yeah.
but it feels like 3.
Yeah.
I don't know, was your mother or father said that?
It was my dad, I
your
believe.
dad.
Did you all watch that together?
No, just me.
Oh, okay, good.
My
I
parents
was
watched
like,
it
this
before.
would be an awkward watch
I know.
with
Yeah.
So, yeah.
anybody else.
Actually, I remember you saying that last night. You said that 100% right.
Yeah, truer words never spoken.
I paused it a couple times. I'm like, oh my god, it's only been like 3 minutes since the last time I paused. I'm
yes,
like, what
I was
the
on my Apple
fuck?
TV, so I could hit the button to see how much time has spent.
Yeah.
It's been 30 seconds
Son of a
still.
bitch.
Wait a minute.
Oh my, like no,
11 minutes. You gotta be kidding
100%
me.
right. It was an hour and 30 minutes, but it felt like 3 hours.
I don't know. For me, I don't know why, but
'Cause you
like
loved
I
it.
watched it. Yeah, I watched it, and I was like, yeah, that was about an hour and a half. Like I was like,
Yeah.
Although the ending, I was like, how abrupt.
Oh.
Interesting.
So-
Because it just kind of like shit's going on, and then it goes credits, and you go, awesome, great.
Well, we see
Fantastic.
the guy again, the wart guy there up in the space with
Up
the
in the
fucking
moon.
Yeah.
The wart
The
guy.
le-
Oh,
the lever
the lever
He was
guy.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, something
moon lever guy.
again.
Right.
Shit, how did that end? Wait a minute.
He couldn't.
The head was doing stuff. The meat, and then the giant head. We'll explain later.
Oh, yeah, the giant worm
Maybe
heads.
we
I
might
saw
explain
a
later.
picture.
The giant head
I just looked at
became a meatball.
Yep.
Meatball cracks.
Yes.
We look in the meatball. We see lever guy.
Yep.
So the head
And-
becomes a meatball,
Yes.
and inside the meatball's lever guy.
Yes.
This is after he dies.
Sure. Well,
But then he comes back, so-
he dies. Eraserhead dies.
Yeah. Can we explain what that was? Because I want to describe what it was like.
Oh, by all means. I'm
All right,
Go.
So
start when he goes into the radiator.
So he goes into the radiator.
That's what happens. He goes into the radiator.
He goes he or his mind or something goes into the radiator, right? And we see the chick again, and she's singing, standing still with the worms on the ground still, and then it pans over and he's there, and we're like, oh, awesome. And then they like hug or something like that, and then he steps back, stares at her, and his head. Before that,
No. So right before that, he was like touching her with the light, whatever.
Right.
Bright light.
Oh yeah, and then he goes behind this thing.
He goes behind because he was starting to get freaked out.
Yeah.
So his own dream is fucking with his own mind.
Right.
Why?
So then he's like fiddling with this like bar or something that's at his arms, and he's fiddling it with his fingers, and then his head pops off his shoulders and falls onto the ground. Yeah. We view it and we're like, that's his head. And then it pans back to his body.
I got it.
That's still fiddling with the pipe, right?
I got you. He's fiddling with his pipe and his head pops off.
Yeah. No, you're following. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all getting something.
And then
we got it.
Through his neck, his bloody stump, comes the infant head.
The worm head.
The worm infant head.
Kind of looks like a sperm.
And goes, whack, again.
Symbolism.
He got
David Lynch. We all picked up what you're putting down.
Oh, yeah. Then, after that whole spiel, the head... Did someone throw it or something?
I don't know!
Anywho, the head goes out the window somehow, hits the ground outside. This homeless guy looks at it, and he's about to go get it or something, but this kid... runs past, swoops by, grabs the head as fast as he can.
Wait. When the head goes outside, the top half of the head opens up, so now you see his
brain, skull.
His wig got pulled back, basically. So yeah, that's when the little boy comes out, picks up the head. He picks up the head with no hair. Go.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we've got a scalped head, and he's running, and he is booking it to his boss or something. I
don't know.
He walks into.
It's like a porn store.
I think it's his boss or something, or like the assistant to the boss. So he runs to the assistant of the boss, which actually in the credits is the boss.
Oh, okay.
So, but the assistant, he's ringing this doorbell or something, ringing the buzzer.
Yeah.
And he's ringing it incessantly, like, bah, 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 bah. And then the boss walks in and goes, I get it, because he's been ringing him. And then he looks over at the kid who's got the scalped head, and then the kid hands it to him. And then the boss goes, and then from here there's like no dialogue. And he takes the head, and he like gives it to this machine guy.
They go into the room.
They go into the room with the machine.
There's a machine.
It does something. So we hand it to the guy who's working the machine, and he puts a thing, like a tube or something, and he takes out a little sliver of head.
A brain matter head.
Little bit of head matter.
As you do, yeah.
Right, and he sticks it into the machine. And then the machine is going.
Fucking going.
It's going. And then you see a bunch of, what are these, sticks perhaps?
Cylinder sticks?
Cylinders. And then you go, oh, they must be pencils or something. They look like pencils. And it's going by. And then you see, it's taking bits of the head and sticking them on the end of the pencil. They are erasers.
Eraserheads.
Yeah. They are Eraserheads from the Eraserhead. And it comes out, and he takes the pencil, which is the finished product, sharpens it, makes a little mark on the notepad, erases it with the Eraserhead, and goes, looks good.
Looks good. I wish he ended it there.
I wish he did too, because then we go back.
That's not the end.
Yeah, it goes back. I thought that would have been actually hilarious if it just went credits from there. That would have been a whole long joke. That would have been hilarious. But then it goes back and there's more dream stuff that doesn't matter. And then ends.
Is he the Eraserhead if that's not the whole point? Why is he the Eraserhead before his head becomes the Eraserheads?
I don't know when.
I don't know. I didn't write the fucking movie.
Why?
Do you think I know?
Fucking movie.
I just remember what happened.
You were the one dumb enough to watch the movie. I know what you want from me. I cut it halfway through and say, I'm out.
Yeah.
Who's the fool? The fool who follows the fool.
Yes.
He comes back to life. There's like another 20 minutes of this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like he wakes up and he realizes.
So vindicated, I turned that fucker
No,
off
like he kind of realizes that it's kind of, that was a dream.
No, I feel like you should at least watch to the, when you go like, when you sit there and have the realization of, you're kidding me. You mean a real Eraserhead? Like he's like his head was an
I had
eraser,
that 5
an
minutes
Eraserhead.
in when he was still trying to get to his apartment. Like, you fucking kidding me?
No, but like sitting there, like, oh my god, like that moment of, oh my god, it's an Eraserhead. Oh my god.
So like
the punchline.
Right. So after that, like you see him again, and I was like, oh shit, he's not dead. What the fuck just happened? Like again, 2 seconds after what I just saw. What the fuck? All over this movie.
Bro, this movie, big in capitals. What the fuck?
Right.
That's it.
So-
That's the movie.
This movie
You did it.
WTF.
So after that part, like he's like back in his apartment, and he kind of is like, what the hell? So he had an encounter with that next door neighbor. Like they had sex into the bed that turned into like a sex.
And then
pool
they,
type
they
thing.
like melted into it or whatever.
That was weird.
Was it a
So-
cesspool?
You're a cesspool.
That's why we bring Quinn.
Facts. So, like, he comes back to reality, and he's like, he's got, like, that look on his face. He
Like
goes
he's
across
tripping the whole
yeah,
time.
he's tripping fucking balls.
Just like this movie.
The baby was, like, laughing at him.
I was like,
Yeah, and I was like, is that little shit laughing? I was like, kill that fucking thing. So he goes next door.
Didn't he at one point?
I
When
can
was
never
that?
understand
Get to
why
that.
they kept that fucking thing around.
No, I'm getting...
Oh, this was after.
Yeah.
This
So
was after all this. He comes back to
so
life.
He comes back to life.
You can
He
explain
goes-
this bit.
Yeah. So he goes across the hallway because he wants to hook up with this girl, and he's like, "Yo, what the hell?" And like knocks on her door, and there is no answer. And he's like, "Wow." And then she comes back, and she's got a guy with her.
A
and they
nasty-looking guy.
Yeah, like a fucking weird-looking thing on his face, whatever. So she just kind of like looks at him like, "What do you want?" So like now it makes you think like, did him having sex with her, was that part of it?
Exactly. Yeah, I had the same thought. I was like, wait, did she make him a thing or something? Is she like some sort of, what's it called? Like the sex demon. What's it called?
Succubi.
Succubus, yeah.
Succubi.
A succubi.
Succubi is plural.
No, succubi.
Succubus is singular.
I don't know about
Yeah,
all that.
iPad,
Look it up,
look it up.
iPad.
Anywho, the succub.
Data.
She might have been a succub.
She was sucking something. So like he's like, oh man, because like they go into like they go into her apartment. He like looks through the keyhole and sees the door get shut, whatever.
She gave him that funny look though.
Yeah, she gave him that funny, but yeah, she's a weirdo.
Yeah.
So now he comes back.
The plural form of succubus is succubi.
Let me see that thing.
Why is this?
I don't know because it's
This
quick.
is the fucking hill
Well,
this week, really.
if it ends on an I, usually that means plural, I think.
This is the hill we're
I
dying
know, but
this week.
I don't know. I've heard
I
people
kinda-
say that the way that you actually pronounce that word is like, I really don't give a shit. She sucks. So
She sucks buses. Continue.
yeah, she sucks all the buses. So that all happens, and he's like crying, he's freaking out. This baby thing is like laughing at him. And so you know how it was wrapped, right?
Yeah.
So it was just like neck head wrapped.
It was swaddled.
Right. It was
Well.
swaddled. Well,
About that.
takes the scissors. He finds I was like, oh my god, he's gonna kill this fucking thing. He's legit gonna
Yeah, they should have done that from the beginning. It's a little alien fucking baby.
So
Why didn't they do that when they realized, like, this is not human?
he's like laughing
Fucking
at
kill
it.
this little ring neck. Just cut it.
So
Done.
So he goes to go towards it. I'm like, oh my god, is he really gonna kill it? He's really gonna. No, he cuts the swaddling material
Yeah.
and he opens up like a fucking chicken breast, right?
And you see the organs.
And you see all the organs.
And
I'm
you're like, was
what?
that part of his skin? Was that part of him?
I have no
Or
fucking
it's
clue.
the thing?
This thing opens up and he just looks at it and goes, fuck it. And he takes the scissors and he fucking cuts what heart, liver, whatever it
I
was.
think that was the lung.
Some sort of organ.
Sure, Quinn. It was an alien.
He was coughing
How many
blood.
alien autopsies have you been involved in?
Right?
3.
Oh.
Just yeah, this is a nice round number.
It's a good number. So, the thing dies.
Including his own.
Facts. The ooze comes out, pours out of this thing.
Give me that. I got this.
Get that?
Go lunch. Go lunch.
This thing,
Take
like,
lunch. I got this.
there's like this ooze that's pouring out of this thing. Then, like, the neck stretches out.
Did
Turns
that kill
into-
me? Yeah. I thought so. I thought it might.
Are you tripping over there? You good?
9:30. It's about that time. This is what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's about, I feel like it's clockwork.
Yeah.
Like about this time,
Oh, yeah, about this
start to
time.
lose
He
it
just
over there.
loses his shit.
Did you ever see that Family Guy when Peter's doing that?
Yeah.
He's doing surgery on his legs. Like, hold on, I gotta cook. He's like, oh shit! Did that kill me? Yeah, it did. Okay, fine.
Okay. Get away from that. So now he kills this alien fucking thing. And then like his neck like stretches out
And
of his own
and it's foaming too.
Oh,
like it's foaming,
The
oozing,
lung is
foaming.
foaming inside the quote unquote body. Like it's foaming from the puncture point.
Right. So okay, this is what it reminds me of. When you get like packaged meat from like Market Basket or something like that, right?
Right.
Like
Can't wait to
chicken,
see where this
turkey.
goes.
Oh no, trust me. It's the very first thing I thought
So
of.
excited.
So you know how it's got like that like that. The best way to describe it's like that diaper pack, right? That's in the bottom of the container.
Right, yeah.
Okay, did you ever cut one of those open and like see what's inside of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did it not look like the same exact shit that came out of that alien?
I wouldn't know. I didn't see it.
I don't remember.
Oh my god.
I know I cut one open. I just don't remember what it looks like. Quinn, your thoughts?
I don't eat that type of meat.
Oh yeah.
he's-
Oh,
yeah,
so
I
you're
only-
also
I
not
only
good
see
to
meat.
ask.
You what?
I'm a pescatarian,
He's a pescatarian.
so I don't eat land meat.
He only eats sea meat.
He's a pescatarian, dude. He just eats seafood.
You're upset all the time? What?
What?
Pescatarian.
Are you good?
Pescatarian. Got it.
Pescatarian. What'd you think he was saying?
Pessimist now.
Pessimist, bro.
He's a pescatarian. He eats seafood and
Okay.
veggies.
Got it.
No red meat, no chicken, no poultry, no pork. You know, that stuff.
The fish people.
Listen, I would absolutely listen. Not for nothing. I made a lot of noise while you're doing that. That's why I stopped. You
He's
want to do
not
that again?
vegan. That's all I can say.
No, he definitely eats things with a face.
Yeah, it's okay. He's just not
Yeah.
vegan.
Only if
could
it just
bet-
looks at you funny, like a type deal, you know?
Shrimp
If you were a
shrimp
fish,
is
what would you
tasty.
sound like when you were talking? Oh, you wouldn't sound like an English person.
No,
from
I'm
England?
sorry. If I were a fish, I'd sound like, oh, good evening. How are you doing this fine evening?
Good day, sir.
I said good day, sir.
Only
Good
the
afternoon.
Mandalorian. So
Hey,
anyway,
you want to start something? Is that your problem? You want to go? Good afternoon to you, sir. You want to start something?
Oh,
And good day to you, sir.
good afternoon. Good afternoon.
You trying to start something too?
I am, because I fucking will never watch that movie. Speaking
movie
of
was
movies.
awesome.
So anyway,
Proceed.
It's
back to the stuff coming
So
out of
it's
this fucking alien.
foaming,
so
neck
it's
getting
foaming.
longer.
It's fucking disgusting.
As it is.
And then
As
it's like
been this whole movie.
right. Then you get like the giant worm head.
Yeah, it like grows to a giant head for, I don't know. It goes dark and then it starts strobing a little bit.
It
and
goes moving
and it's
around,
large.
but like faster than it's like still, and then the light turns off, and then it turns back on, and it's somewhere else, and it turned off for like maybe a tenth of a second,
A tenth of a second. Did you measure that?
maybe a quarter.
Okay, thank you.
Got you. Just want it to be accurate.
Gotta be accurate. Yeah,
It wasn't enough time for the head to move.
But it did. By God did it, because this is the way that it is.
This is the way that it is.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then
and
it just kept fishing
This is the
around a
way.
little bit. This is the way.
This is the way. Fuck that.
Is it still May? This is the May.
This is the that's the new thing. This is the May.
This is the May.
You know, got May the 4th be with you. I always used to say Revenge of the 6th. And then
That's
Tuesday.
pretty good.
I like Revenge
That's
of the
good.
6th.
That's a good
People are like, no,
one.
it's Revenge of the 5th. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
No.
Revenge of the 6th. That
sounds better.
Sounds better, right?
True, true, true,
So the big fucking worm head fucking coming at you, looking like a penis coming at you.
Yes.
And then it goes to the wart guy up pushing the levers and fucking then we get the ending.
Yep. Yeah, and then credits. And you're like, what? That's it. It's so haphazard. It's like, oh look, the lever guy. Black screen, credits.
To be fair, he was trying to move the levers but couldn't because they were sparking.
Yeah, there was
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. The
Oh, that
electrician,
poor guy.
the electrician
Oh.
in me saw all the sparking things. I'm going, oh my god, it's gonna be a fire.
Credits.
Yeah, a fire in what? What's going on? Is anything in there even flammable? Is it real?
The grass.
What grass? Where?
The hairy grass that was all over the apartment.
I thought it was hair. I don't know. I don't know why. I looked at it and I was like, that's hair or something. Like wet, sopping, nasty hair.
That was it.
Their antenna. That would be pretty funny.
Like feelers. Like
Yeah, that'd be
That'd
funny.
be antennae.
You had the potless plant.
I don't know. I loved the potless plant.
With the dead flower plant,
Like
whatever.
it pans over it and I'm like,
Yeah, what was all that bullshit
Great.
moss, whatever the fuck that was all around his apartment?
See, I say grass. You're like it's hair. Fuck this one.
moss, grass, hair. I don't know.
No, that was not hair.
Like wet hair or
That was
something.
not hair. It was way too thick to be hair.
Okay.
I
It
don't
was
know.
like a moss or like a
Maybe this
brick
guy's kinda
grass.
thick.
I don't know. I have thick hair. Yours is
No, it
kind of
wasn't
going
like
a
that.
little.
No, it was like, hey, listen.
Let's not talk about that.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
I'm a little attacked right now. But point. No, that looked like a big thing of moss or.
Yeah. No, it did feel more like grassy, but it was like I don't know. It was just strands of stuff. It was just stuff growing in places.
What was the symbolism behind all that crap on the top of his bureau and everywhere else, and around the radiator and everywhere else that shit showed up?
Well, it's all about family, you know? It's all about that family vibe, you know?
Tripping balls.
It's a play on the
Tripping balls.
the,
I'm with
the
you, Quinn.
sitcom family. It's funny. I tried to look at an analysis, but I never like looking at analysis videos because I know it skews the way I think. So I was like,
Can't have that.
I got like 2 minutes into it, and he's like, "You see, it's a play on the family value." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" No, and I turned it off. I was like, "This makes no sense. I will not continue watching this."
Yeah, no. It reads.
It's like it plays on the 50s sitcom. I'm like,
me,
where?
It reads more of like a cry for help. It really reads like David Lynch's cry for fucking help. Put me in a home. Yeah. Give me something. Give me some meds because I don't know what the hell I'm doing here.
For me, I don't know. It's just, there's probably way more symbolism that I can possibly ever see that probably no one will ever see except for David himself.
It's definitely, to be on an honest respect, I think it's one of those movies, to see it all, you have to watch it multiple times.
Yeah.
To see it, but then you have to watch it multiple times.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. That's where
There's
you lie to your
the
problem.
if,
Means you have to watch this train wreck multiple times to see all the, but there are people who love it and do watch it and watch it religiously. I'm sure there are people who it's on the rotation and they love this kind of movie like yourself and watch it millions of times and will continue to watch it to gain all the different symbolism. I'm sure that's when you're doing a movie like this and there's very little dialogue and there's a lot of visuals and sound, everything's a representative of something.
It's one of those movies you have to be thinking while you're watching.
Oh my god! Don't go to the movies for that.
I've literally sat here and said, when I go to a movie, I just want to shut my brain off, entertain me for 2.5 hours, 2 hours. That's what I want.
See, the thing is, when I went into watching this movie, I put down my phone and I was like, I'm not going to be looking at my phone the whole time because I'm going to need eyes on this movie, ears in this movie right now. So I didn't check my phone the whole time. I was with it the whole time.
Here's the thing with you,
because I was like, this is gonna be a watch.
And here's the thing too, like when I was watching, like I thought of you mainly because I was like, this is, and I knew this is definitely a you movie. 100, and I don't mean that in any like funny way or anything. Like I watch, I go, I can see why Milo likes this movie, because every time we talk, every movie that we review, everything we do, the first person to bring up the cinematography or the imagery is Mila.
Yeah.
It's like we talk about, like she'll bring up like, oh my god, yeah, it was so great. But that's like one of the things that you key in on.
Yeah.
And I know that's your
That's
thing.
why our group works so well. We all have our things.
Yeah.
Right? Bruno talks about the science and the math. Right?
I bring in
you bring in the cinematography and that kind of, I bring in like, the comedy and talk about other shit.
Yeah.
And the references, Larry bitches and moans.
That's what I bring.
Larry's the opposition.
And the notes and the detail,
I'm 100% the opposition.
Larry's devil's advocate.
The detail and the bullet points, and you know what I mean. So yeah, absolutely, it works very well that way.
So that's why. So like when I watch this, I can appreciate that. You love me, really love me. Hey. So I mean, I can appreciate why somebody likes this movie.
Yeah.
I get it. 100%. I am not one of those people. I will probably never watch this movie ever the fuck again.
Reasonable.
But at the age of 46, I can be like, I finally watched Eraserhead.
Yeah.
And
if it comes up in a conversation, you go, oh, yeah, that movie.
Oh my god, that horrible fucking movie.
Take your beer and walk away.
Fuck. Yeah, but like, so did you ever watch that? No, never. I'm just leaving.
I'm just gonna leave.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to engage
you go,
in the
I watched
conversation.
it. We're not talking about it. Let's change the subject.
Yeah.
Yes, and just walk away. Oh, did you want to talk about that now? And just walk. Don't say anything else. Just turn and walk away.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, did you remember the part that?
Nah. You know what? I chose to forget this movie on purpose.
So, you want to give me that news?
It's time for the news.
Proceed.
let's get a budget.
All right.
Budget versus
budget
budget.
time.
no,
everybody.
Because you know
I'm gonna
what?
come up with a
45
separate
minutes
bumper.
in.
I'm gonna come up with a
suck
separate
at this.
bumper for budget time.
Yeah.
I suck.
We'll have to do budget time. We'll have to do, science time. We'll have to come up with all bunch of different bumpers.
Let's get a budget versus
I'm going to
gross.
say less than $1 million.
Okay.
Say $5
Quinn.
fucking dollars.
$5. Margo. Quinn.
$13 and a bag of
A
cigs.
budget in 1977
Fucking
for this
six-pack.
movie.
I can't answer this because I looked at the Wikipedia page.
No.
You can't answer. You cheated.
You can't play
you
it.
can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I said I can't. I said I can't.
Yep. All right. The budget for this movie was $100,000.
Boom.
$100,000.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Really?
you had to pay for the sets and
You
spaces.
gotta pay for people.
Yeah, people.
Sets?
Yeah.
There were sets?
Yeah, there was a room.
They had the whole outside. They had to get rid of all the people. Go, leave. Here's $5. Get.
For
Shoot.
everybody to leave.
Vamos. We need our 7 people.
Hey. This
There's
guy's
7
and the prosthetics too, like making the baby and stuff like that.
Yes,
that
was
had to cost a
definitely-
bunch.
That's-
You know,
absolutely.
Yeah.
and the being able to have the
Yeah.
I don't.
That
Do you think it was
some
a
heavy arts and
puppet?
crafts right there.
I
I
was
feel like it was a
wondering.
puppet or an animatronic or
Which one?
something.
The baby. Like,
The baby.
Yeah.
Or was it like a combo? You think? I was thinking about that. I was like,
I don't know because when his head pops off, the head almost looks like it's a paper mache head. Like it didn't.
that was a paper mache.
Yeah, like it didn't.
for sure.
It didn't look. Oh yeah, when his head pops off, you could definitely tell it's like.
Fucking paper machine.
It kind of looked like a paper mache.
It was a really good paper mache head.
I don't know.
$5. Make it not paper mache.
But yeah, I wondered about that because I'm wondering, like, was the
Yeah.
hand like through the pillow controlling the head?
Or like maybe someone hiding underneath, because
That was
they
a
never
great
picked it
visual.
up. It was
I
always
really
attached to that. You know,
That's a great
So-
visual under the table, Larry. We really need to start videoing this fun. Hell!
And I was thinking maybe there was someone with a stick for some things.
Maybe.
Or like the when they were moving the big head around, I was like maybe there's someone with a stick.
Oh, there's definitely
And it was
like-
like
yeah.
super light.
Oh,
it had
yeah,
to be,
yeah,
and they're
yeah,
moving it around
Fishing
with a
line?
stick.
Fishing line,
no.
maybe.
No, that's way too hard to move.
I think it would have seen it though. I think.
Yeah, fishing line. I think you might have seen it.
1977 to get rid of that off the screen because you will see it glare off the lights, especially
Yeah.
in black
Especially in
and white.
black and white. Yeah.
You would see it glaring. It
Yeah.
would have been really expensive to get that rid of that.
So and that looked
Yeah.
like, I mean,
And it's way harder to control fishing line.
No.
If you're moving something around, that's not going to
No.
work that well. No.
so
So it's got to be some sort of puppetry or.
so you gotta
I
pay
don't
for
even
the
know if
puppets.
they'd be able to afford animatronic
Well, I don't
stuff.
know. No, well, it's $100,000 for the budget, right? So who knows what they spent it on?
Yeah.
Gross.
Oh.
What did it gross?
$10 and a bag of chips.
I feel like I had to have like almost evened. I feel like almost evened. Maximum $1 million, but I feel like it almost evened, like 150 maybe.
$7.1 fucking million.
Shit.
Shut the fucking front door.
No way. No shot. Really?
$7.1 million. I thought that was a made up
That's
number.
a pull.
I thought that was a made up
God.
number. So I went.
7.1.
Yep.
Damn.
I'm dead serious. I thought
Who
that
was
was a made.
that? That's where all the money went. Advertising somehow.
Yeah, it had to
Look,
be.
it's some wacky ass movie from some nobody.
Yeah,
Check it
because
out.
There's no way this $100,000 freak
like,
show
let's
of
go to
fucking
see
movie
Eraserhead.
was like in like major motion, theaters
Estimated,
and
ready?
stuff like that.
Estimated domestic Blu-ray sales, 1.8 million.
Oh, that's the problem.
That's 1.8.
Lunatics like Mila buying this shit on Blu-ray.
I did not.
Not like you, but not you per se.
Oh no, but yeah, people
Those
like me
VHS.
back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a VHS of it. There's 2 DVDs of it, and there's a Blu-ray.
That's all.
Said
Fucking
Quinn
there
with-
it is.
That's
said
all
Quinn
of
with
it.
conviction.
That's it, Quinn.
She
Thank
has
you.
spoken.
Yeah, and
I've
like
spoken.
this movie. What the fuck? I mean,
Damn.
how did you watch it? On HBO?
Yeah, HBO for me.
That's how I watched it, right?
Yeah.
So it's on. So it's streaming.
Yeah, HBO Max.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you fall asleep? What streaming device?
HBO Max.
Yeah.
So I mean, this. I mean-
for this.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
I mean, this thing's been getting released for fucking years. They just keep re-releasing it, and people keep going. to
Do
the
they
fucking
really?
thing. Yeah. So I'm on this
Like
one.
where? Like on
So I'm
physical or
I'm
like
on
online?
I'm
or?
on this website called thenumbers.com, and it, you can look it up for any kind of box office, whatever. And
Right,
it kind
right.
of breaks it down. Actually, pretty good.
How much was the box office? It couldn't have been that much.
domestic box office was $7 million.
Oh, box office.
Yeah.
I thought gross included like everything.
Well, international box office is only 97,000.
Okay.
So this is like 7.1 something, whatever, right?
Yep.
So May 19th, 2017, it was released in Russia, limited. February 28th, 2020, wide released as something.
Oh.
It's part of the Criterion.
It was
collection.
in Mexico.
Right.
Do you realize
And
it's
it's
part
like-
of the Criterion collection?
The who?
Criterion collection.
What the hell's that?
You keep. What does
I
that
want to
mean?
say it one more time. Do
Go
you know
ahead.
what the hell that is?
No.
Say it again.
So Criterion Collection is one of those sort of where they take like unbelievable movies that are like part of the top 100 the best movies of all time, and they make them they redub them, they do all these things. So like usually the Oscar type movies will be in the Criterion Collection, where they remaster and redo and re-release them on Blu-ray and DVD.
Yeah, so this thing just keeps getting fucking re-released.
Say quote unquote important movies that they want to preserve go into the Criterion Collection.
Shrek's a Criterion collection.
It's in the Library of Congress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This fucking movie's 46 years old, and this thing crushes. At 7.1 million, it was a $100,000 budget, and this movie crushes. Still getting released, and like in today's day.
That's insane.
This
That's
movie
wild.
was fucking horrible. Why the hell do people? I don't know. I'm about to have a Don Amici moment. Like,
Because it just be like that. It just be like that.
Larry.exe has crashed.
Thank you. I don't.
Would you like to restart?
No. Because if I do, I have to continue to talk about this fucking movie.
So did we exhaust all your notes?
We jumped around so much. I mean, again.
I suppose I'll take over hosting duties.
Huh?
I suppose I'll take over hosting duties of this.
I think we got all my notes.
Might as well.
Look,
Complete control over this shit show of a
Yeah.
podcast.
it's not my fault. It's her fault.
That's your fault.
Yo,
my fault.
yeah. I just
kept
wrote
letting
down a bunch
somebody-
of things that reminded me of if they were combined, and then also not. I was like 2001 Space Odyssey, Nosferatu type, The Thing
Quinn, did
kind
you
of
have anything
going
you wanted
on. Wild.
What was your experience watching this?
It was... What the... I didn't even get the fucking... What?
Yeah.
Just what the... I didn't...
What the?
My brain didn't have time to process that last word.
Well, no, because you were saying that to one thing, and then literally as you were saying it, something else fucking happened right after that. You're like, dude, I didn't even process the last.
Yo, it
dancing,
does do
bleeding.
that. It does.
It's a consistent,
It does.
Yeah.
It does bombard you with what the hell just happened at one rep.
What the-
And you don't. You are.
And then
trying to
it rapidly
process-
slows down too.
You are trying to process the moss on top of his damn bureau. Like, what? Why would that
The
be there?
dancing
And
worm
in
thing.
front of his. Why would that be there in his apartment and all around the radiator?
Why
too?
is there
Like,
a plant with no pot and just a dead stick?
Yeah, and you're trying to like wonder why the chicken is bleeding out like that, and then
Was it
you know what
bleeding,
I mean?
diarrhea, or both?
And
Yeah,
they
I
say
think it was
it's
just
blood.
oozing.
They say it's blood. Like,
They say it's they?
blood,
Who's
yeah.
they?
Everywhere. And if you look at people who symbolize the
people
movie,
say
the
it's
people's
blood. Oh, okay.
It's bleeding out.
Because I was
yeah.
like, oh look, it's oozing.
First, it's dancing. Like it's eventually like it's the legs
Yeah.
are kicking. The fucking thing's
Oh, yeah, it was, like,
it's
twitching a
kicking,
little
it's
bit,
kicking.
yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't
Twitching?
The
No, it
legs
was
are
dancing.
kicking,
It was
like
like-
alternately kicking. They're alternately kicking. It's really fucked up. Like I thought that was bad enough, and then it starts opening up and the big bubble of blood coming out his ass. So and again, the father just looking at them weird with his dumbass grin on his face,
Yeah.
and not blinking either, just staring, not blinking. Like somebody punch him. Like dude, you need to blink. So and
Dude.
and the daughter's just running off, crying after she's already had a stroke on the couch. So you don't have time to process the stroke,
Yeah.
and the mother stroking her
the
hair.
food's getting cold.
When the stroke solves the stroke.
Yes, the stroking solves the stroke. Right? There's your symbolism, right? And then they go into the kitchen, into the living room to have a dining room, to have their
Gotta,
brunch.
Honestly?
and then they had to get grandma involved. I thought actually that part kind of
That was kind of funny. Yeah, the grandma part.
But she puts the bowl of salad in her hand, grabs her hands, and mixes it,
And then
takes the barrel. I was like, gotta get grandma involved somehow.
That was
Right.
great. And then puts a cigarette in her mouth and lights
Lights
it
it.
for her, leaves her there to just go pop, pop, pop. I'm like, this is great.
So I will say that made me laugh. I was like, this is fucking nuts.
Yeah. I gotta say, honestly, the house scene there, like they were over at the girlfriend's house.
Ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, I don't know.
No, ex-girlfriend, then they ended up getting married because she was pregnant.
Yeah.
But he never answers if they had sex or not.
No, his mom's basically giving him a hickey in the fucking
She was
hallway.
like,
She's like,
Mom!
But yeah, about that scene, I actually really loved that scene. Like the whole house scene. I loved that scene.
I'm hitting her with my microphone.
That's
I was
fine.
like, because this.
If you don't, I will.
It was the epitome of like this, like I said before, it's like if I saw this in my head, I'd wake up from a cold sweat. Like this is a nightmare.
This whole fucking movie was a nightmare.
It's so dreamlike. I was like, it's so eerie and off-putting and so disturbing. And I was like, I love
that's
it.
Surrealism, like that's
Yeah.
the point of surrealism.
And that's why I love
make
that.
You feel uncomfortable.
Exactly, and I love that it was able to evoke
Every
such
movie
a strong
how more
disgust.
uncomfortable can I make you than the last movie?
Yeah,
At one point, I forgot I was awake and thought I was dreaming.
that's the movie. That's it. That's the movie.
Yeah.
And then I noticed the border of the TV.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Are we there?
We are totally there. We've done the grosses.
Are we there yet?
We are there. We've described the movie. We've given our description.
The goods and the bads.
We beat up on Mila for an hour.
Yep. And
Yeah.
I stood on my hill.
You did. You stood
I
right up on
put
that
my
hill.
flag there, and I was like,
Good
yep.
for you, Mila.
And we, God bless you. We tried to knock you down. You didn't. You stood right
Nope.
up on the hill.
She
You
stood her
up
ground.
there.
Good for you, girl.
Because my best defense is like, I don't blame you.
I know.
Because that's it. I'm like, I get it. I 100% understand. It's just, it's hard. It's hard to love.
You know what they say.
But I
defense is
do.
a good offense. You know who said that? Mel, the cook on Alice. All right.
Yeah. Alice, great show. That was a good show.
Boot to the head. All right. Sorry, it's Dr. Demento. I bet my geeky dads will know what I'm talking about.
Dr.
Yeah,
Demento
shout
was
out to
actually,
Geeky
that's
Dads.
where it all came out of.
Boot to the head.
Which to the head. Now,
I'm not ready. I'm ready now. Okay. Boot to the head. Ah! Are we doing ratings?
yeah.
How many bloody chickens? Or what do you know more about this movie?
No,
How many Eraserheads? How many? What do you want to?
How many
sperm-looking baby
sperm-looking
head,
baby
alien
head
things.
Fuck.
How many sperm-looking alien baby head things?
I mean, Eraserhead sounded more, whatever, or bloody chicken, but that's
I don't
fine.
even know what an eraser head is at the end of the day. So no, not that one.
Wasn't it just the little eraser head on top of the pencil?
Maybe.
That's what I always thought it was.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Apparently, we did see the one in the movie.
Yeah.
By God, did we?
It was made by his head. By his head matter, brain
eraser
matter?
head, I guess.
The eraser head.
Was it his brain matter that was?
I don't know.
I don't
It was
know.
like
It's
head.
like it,
head
they drilled into
matter.
his head. Like the kid was holding the
Like they took a
fucking
sample
head
of like a
and they pulled it out like a fucking
little tube
I
or
don't know.
something.
Scalp?
No, no.
Inside his scalp or inside what part of his head did it go
No,
into?
like they just drilled it in to the.
It was in his
Maybe
brain.
it was his brain. I think it was his brain.
Well, what the fuck else would it be if they went through his head?
I just thought it was the head itself, you know?
His scalp.
I was like, I don't even
What
know
the hell
anymore.
is in? What do you think?
No, it was
might be. I
think it was the brain.
Block. I don't understand.
I
No,
think it was the
I think
brain.
it was the brain.
Because it went all the way in and all the way
it was
out. It had to
definitely
be
the
brain.
Maybe it was the jaw.
He had a razor brain.
Glad I was here to solve that for you after all this
No,
time.
I actually didn't put that much thought into it.
Yeah, right.
so
No,
thanks
I
for
didn't
that.
even. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I
Your
was
fault.
like,
You started the question with, well, what was it? I don't fucking know. It was his head.
It was head.
It was.
I don't know, head
You're the one who
material.
put more thought into it. That's your fault.
Oh my
so you
God.
solved your own question.
I
Good
had
for
to,
you.
I had to describe what's inside the head of these people.
well, you didn't see the scene. It was weird. The
It
whole
was
thing
weird.
was weird.
I'm telling you, it was fucking
It's not
bizarre.
inside your head.
I'm on one of those like.
Maybe there's no brain in there.
You pull out something.
That's the
pull up
thing.
something.
I'm like, was it even brain? I feel like it was
definitely-
just
No, it was brain. Well, no.
head at that point. Like I don't even
I
know.
don't think it was head.
Because it's a racer now.
Could've been
Whatever it
cerebral-
is.
Could have been cerebral fluid.
Yeah.
How do you make
Maybe.
them solid out of the fluid?
Because it's an eraser now.
Because it was
I
in
don't know.
because it was in a tube. So they put the tube in the machine.
No,
So,
no,
like-
wait. So the thing is, it's so weird to describe. They
really
took like
is.
a tool
Did you not
that
listen to the rest
stabbed.
of this podcast?
They
doesn't listen.
This is, I know. Not even
They-
while we're doing it.
No.
They took a tool and
Listen to what you
stabbed
speak.
it into the
Knife in
head, and took a sample of like a tube shape of it out. that was kind of wiggly.
I'm gonna say
it was wiggly.
It was brain. It was brain.
It had to be brain.
It was
brain
wiggly.
matter.
Yeah, and then he stuck the wiggly brain bit into the machine,
Yeah. And then
which
the brain
chopped it up into eraser heads.
All right, so how about that rating, Quinn? What do you
Man,
got?
2 out of 5 blood coughs from a mutant infant.
But now I'm gonna hit him with the fucking microphone.
You won't.
Yeah, you want to make a bet?
So we got 2 out of 5. Good, because we usually do rate them out of 5. You want to go?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I can't rate this thing. I think it's kind of rude if I rate this thing on half a movie.
that's fair. You didn't see the golden bit of the head popping off and
if I rate
flying
on the
out
part
the
I
window.
watched, 1.
Yeah, you.
But that's
you,
not fair. I didn't watch the other half. I didn't watch the other half.
I don't
of the
think
movie.
that far off, to be honest.
So
The thing
I
is,
can't
you
just give
can't
it
have a fair-
I can't give it a half of Eraserhead. I
without
didn't watch the other half.
yeah, without witnessing
lower
the
my
head
score.
scene, I don't know. I don't think it's just so much.
Mila, we're cool, right?
Yeah, we cool.
Like, we cool?
No, we cool.
cool?
I don't care what you say. We cool.
I just want to clarify that.
No, we're cool.
I'm giving this movie a half.
Half of
A
Eraserhead.
fucking half of whatever the fuck. And
fuck
the
you wanna
only
say?
reason why it's getting a half. Because again, I can appreciate the imagery. It ain't my thing, it ain't my bag.
Yep.
But I can understand that.
Right.
That's part of why it's getting a half. The other part of why I'm giving it a half is because, again, there was no seconds that I wasn't saying, what the fuck?
Fair.
That's why this movie gets a half from me.
And I gotta tell you, I'm not interrupting you, but well, I am. But IMDb rating is a 7.3 out of 10.
Yeah, I 7.3,
Yeah.
3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5.
It's
yeah.
up
No,
there.
I was gonna say my rating is probably I'd give it a 3.5.
A Metascore is
yeah.
87.
Yeah, like
it's
this
fucking
thing-
up there. If you look at
'Cause,
in general,
yeah.
What's
you
the
know,
Rotten Tomatoes?
look it up. I don't have it on it's not on IMDb.
So this is the thing, now that we're all done with our ratings, right? So when I see movies like this, I think of the person that created it, and it's I almost feel like they're being very fucking pompous and saying, I'm gonna make whatever kind of movie I want, and because I'm gonna make it a artistic noir, you're gonna eat this shit up. Because you want to be in the fucking trend. It's hey, look at my beautiful painting. It's a blue splash. It's all up into interpretation. Fuck you. If I think it sucks. This movie sucks. It's all up into interpretation. I interpret it to suck.
Yes,
See,
I interpret it sucks.
The thing I saw, I'm sure he's probably going to be like, where, there's more to it. But I love the way he was able to make you feel like you were in a dreamscape the whole time. You're like, is this reality? You know? He just did it in such a way with everything, every little subtle thing he did. And I really appreciate that part of it, of the writing.
Does that say 91?
For the tomato meter, and then 82 for the audience score.
So
Yeah.
either way you slice it, it's high.
Yeah.
It's fucking high no matter how you slice it.
Look, I don't...
It's high in multiple
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah, I think I should have been high to watch this. I get it. It's and I'm not giving it a half because, it's not my thing, and I don't want to be one of those people that's not my thing, so fuck that movie. It's there is, wow. I mean, look, we sat here and chewed up fucking Mario Brothers, and that was a garbage movie.
That was horrible.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
I had to fucking wash my brain down with Mario Brothers after watching this movie.
I feel like I
I'd
still have it
probably watch this
downloaded on
over
my phone.
Mario Brothers. Again.
I have it.
If Gun to Head, I'm watching this over Mario Brothers.
Really?
Yeah, Gun to Head, I'm watching this over Mario Brothers.
Damn.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What a call.
Yeah, Gun to Head.
Wow.
Because again, the fucking visuals in this, and it made me go, what the fuck?
You were watching this before you watched Mario Brothers.
Yeah. Like the old 1980 whatever the fuck movie. Yeah. I'm watching
That's
some of that
crazy.
one. Yeah. I'll
Hearing
say that.
hearing you describe your thoughts on Eraserhead and then you going I'd watch this over a Super Mario Brothers. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
No plot is better than bad plot.
That's
Yeah, right.
a huge
no,
part. No, honestly.
One of the thoughts, I don't know why I didn't write this down.
Fuck, maybe
but
I'll give
one
this
of
a
the-
1 actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because
fair.
Why
again,
you bringing Larry around?
I know. Look at you. I'm out of pepper.
Gonna get him up to 87 in no time.
Right? Again, I can, and I've said this throughout this whole thing, like I can respect how somebody likes this movie. I absolutely can, because the visuals in it are fucking wild. This whole movie is that. And all my notes it wasn't much for notes. It was just basically like, something happened, and it's like, wait, what? Like, wait, is he in the radiator now? Like, is that maybe an alien? Like, it drew all these things. It made you question what the hell. So I'm sure that was the intention of movie, right? So good for you, Lynchy. You did what you intended.
It's nice that you're on nickname terms with the guy.
Yeah, we cool.
Oh, yeah.
Lynchy.
We cool.
Like, boy, Lynchy.
Like good for him for doing exactly what he wanted. And yeah, the imagery was fucking wild. And I'm watching this over Super Mario Bros. Gun to head.
Damn.
Yeah, no, and the only reason I say that because I'll agree with you the fact that I understand why people watch this movie. I totally get it.
Yeah.
People love this kind of surrealist movie. It is just not
and
my bag.
And that's what it is, yeah.
Like, all this to say, all the shitting on the movie I did, it's just not my bag.
Yeah.
I totally get it. As a surrealist type movie, if you like this kind of thing, it is a really good movie if that's the kind of movie you like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's just it. Like, literally, that's just the end of it, It's like, if that's not your vibe, then it never will be.
It never will be. Right.
Like, if you don't like this movie,
it's because I don't like this kind of movie.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with the movie.
No real characters, no real plot.
No, there's characters and stuff like that.
Well,
there is technically a plot.
It's
not.
But you know what I mean?
No, I know
like,
what you're saying. There is characters. There is a plot, but it's like it's trying to do a lot of symbolism and shock factor. It's trying to shock you. It's trying to make you think. And trying to shock you into like, oh my god, what the fuck are they gonna do? I can't believe they did that. Oh my god, there's this bleeding chicken. There's this woman stepping on worms. Like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, that's what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
And it's doing it on purpose, and it's doing it very well.
Yeah.
It's not the kind of movie I go see. It's not the kind of movie I watch. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't watch a lot of drama movies. Like, you know what I mean? I don't really want to be depressed when I go see a fucking movie either. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's not why I got that my own life. I got that for my own life. I don't need to go see a movie to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, you look at my bank account for that or whatever. Just a joke. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just a joke. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to see a movie for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I like comedies. I like action adventure movies. I like things like that. I love documentaries. You know what I mean? I watch a great documentary. You know what I mean? But this is just not my type of movie. That's all. But again, I will say I do know why people like this kind of movie.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not a horror movie. Sorry, Mark. I'm not a horror movie fan. I like certain ones. There's certain movies I will see. I will see a Halloween before I go see Jason or Freddy. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear you. I get it.
Oh, wait. Did you say, who would you watch before those two?
I like Halloween. I like the Michael Myers ones before I watch Jason or Freddy. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. I understand.
Yeah, that's fair.
Totally get it. I don't watch Hellraiser. I don't really care for those ones either. You know what I mean?
Hellraiser.
Right. People love them, and I get why they do. I totally get it. It's, again, just not my bag. This movie falls into that category. But again, I know why people watch it. And they should. You should do what makes you happy. As long as it's not hurting anybody, you should do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
This movie makes you happy.
Did we get Mila's rating?
Yeah, she gave it a 3.5.
Yeah. But the thing is, realistically, I know I have to say 3.5, but mine's
you don't
airing.
Have to.
That's a lie. No matter if I say anything else other than that, I'm gonna get crucified. Because I want to go like
stand on your hill, girl.
Because I'm like in between, I'm on a higher end of 3.5, like 3.8, 3.9.
Make it a 4 if you want to make it a 4. Make it a 4.
I think I might make it a 4. Honestly,
make it a 4.
Yeah, I'd say it's a 4 because I really
like this movie.
Drive right up on that hill on your Tumbler.
I was
right up on that hill.
You and the Tumbler drive up.
It was so funny. I feel not strongly about this Tumbler.
So wait a minute, though. I got a question.
Etched into stone from now. I'm like, I liked the Tumbler.
It is the lore of the Entertainment Rants podcast.
Years ago, I said I liked the Tumbler.
Yeah. And in another 2 years, it was still going to shit on you for it.
Yeah. Never mind. I don't care. I literally don't even care about it. I'm just getting heated.
What were the people burying outside? Were they taking out a body, putting a body in, digging a hole? He was looking out the window. When I think what it was when he came back to life. I think he was looking out the window.
Fucking movie.
I don't.
He looked out the window for like a hot second. And there was like people out in like the fucking yard digging or something. I was like, what the hell? Again, just
I
another
have
what the fuck
no
moment.
idea. They might have been doing something like that, burying something. They're probably burying something.
I don't know.
I feel like that's good symbolism.
I went from a
something.
half bloody chicken to a full, like, one bloody chicken because, again, the visuals were fucking wild.
Yeah.
And again, it made me throughout the whole thing go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to watch the end. I wanted to watch it till the end because I
Yeah.
wanted
I'd have to
see.
do a count at some point, like count up all the other Entertainment Rants podcasts and see if we've said what the fuck more on this pod. On this
I mean, it's a what the fuck kind of movie.
episode.
No, just this one.
That's what I mean. I think this one
We need a count.
We've said the F word more times than this. If we add up all the other ones,
Oh,
we
yeah,
probably
yeah.
said it more on
More
this
times
one
than-
episode
no,
than if you add up
absolutely.
all
Or like
the
the
other 100 and
phrase,
some
the
odd
phrase,
fucking
I think.
Yeah, it was definitely the
episode
phrase
we've
because
done.
it's just
Because we have definitely said the F word many other times.
listen.
In many
2
other
minutes in, I was already at that point going,
What?
8
What's
minutes
this?
in, I'm
What's
looking at
he
Mila
doing
going,
over
I'm
there?
gonna kill
Why do he
Mila.
look like that? Why is he walking like that?
Why is he walking like that?
What's going on? Why did he walk in a puddle? Why is he walking on the terrain like that?
Yes, Quinn.
I think that they were
it yes?
burying Sandy.
Who's Sandy?
Sanity.
Oh, they were burying Sanity.
So this will be episode 133. So I think this is
Damn,
probably out
that's
of
crazy.
132 episodes of fuck. This probably has more than all 132 of them.
Well, yeah, I wasn't in all of them.
That's right.
Fair?
Because at
Reasonable.
first, but those early days, I was like,
I did that
ooh.
episode.
Well, those
of
early
Deadpool
ones
with
were-
what's his name?
Those early ones
That
are
was
rough, though.
fucking rough.
Yeah, but
A lot of early ones are rough.
It's not on the list anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, the early was like before I came on, like I wasn't quite sure how I could speak, and I think you dropped one. I was like, ooh, that gave me the open door.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, I can say things like this.
It took me a long time
Yes,
to open
Pai
the door.
Mei, you can.
Yeah. Well, the first one was
I can
the
pluck
boys.
the eye right out of this
Oh,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Yeah, the first one I came on was the boys. So that's
So,
what I
I
was
mean,
like.
that just opens the door.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
how do we talk about this show and not drop any curse words?
Yeah.
And you said fuck, and I went, nice, I'm in. There I am.
See, I was a lot of the times I was hesitant to say the word mind fuck. I was like, mind fuck. Like I'd say it every
It was
time.
awkward.
I'm like,
Let's just had a hiccup or something like that. Yeah.
I'm like, damn it, I can't say that again. But I was
But I don't
able to.
understand because I was on the other side of the table swearing my ass off.
Well, yeah, no, but the thing is, I had this like switch I had to turn off
Like, from the beginning,
Well, like
from
when I was
episode
with, like when I was with like friends my age, I'd be like, oh fuck that, blah 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 blah, you know. But like
come
when
to
I was
work.
here, I'm like,
Yeah, when you're working
It
in the
was
dojo,
great.
you can't
It's
do that.
different.
yeah, right. No, I was in like trained mode to go
Yeah.
like you're not allowed to say anything incriminating. So I'm like,
Nothing off
it
color.
was
absolutely.
fine, you know, it was all right.
Yeah,
you know?
those made for great what if episodes. God, I wish I was here on those.
No shit.
God,
But
you
we
were
did
ripping
the old ones at the
shreds.
old school, and we were at a table inside the actual dojo.
Yeah.
Now we're like in a separate room, so
Yeah.
you're separated from the training area. We're like
Yeah.
you're out with the
Well,
kids. We have,
moving
like,
on up.
So now I'm like, look, man.
dojo on the east side. So
So
there it is.
So there's that.
there is
An
that.
Eraserhead.
Eraserhead.
Oh, God bless you,
Eraserhead.
David Lynch.
I'm gonna erase that from my head.
I punch him.
Yes. Thank you, Quinn.
Oh my god.
There it is. I'm gonna punch him right in his fucking kidney. All right. Right in your big toe. All right, gang. Thank you very much for that wonderful episode, Mila. We all appreciate you. Hopefully everybody enjoyed Mila's last episode.
We have to change the intro again.
Fucking done after the night, so we never
Peace
discuss another one of
out.
our picks.
Fun
ever
while it
again.
lasted. See you later.
Welcome, Data, the new entry into it.
I know, right?
All right.
We're actually gonna swap you two out. Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for being on the podcast. Thank you, Mr. Quinn.
Yep.
Thank you, Miss Mila.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
You're welcome.
Gang, what are we gonna go out there and do?
Rant. Let's
we can
rant.
rant, I guess.
Talk.
Engage success and rant.
Oh, he's trying to bring it full school over here with this guy. Yeah, fucking smart ass.
The nerve of him.
The nerve.
That's whack.